I'm really sorry.
That's
I'm going to run through this really quick. Sorry. Okay, so
Okay.
the camp program is 17 years old. It's our longest-standing program. We have sent over 17,000 kids to camp. Last year was a great year. We sent over 1,200 kids to camp. 78% attended for the first time. It's not unusual that we send a few more girls than boys to camp, and that could just be a maturity issue thing, but usually it's pretty evenly split. Nearly all of the kids receive free and reduced lunch. It's a good way for organizations to find families in need, so that's usually a pretty good criteria that's used. And you guys sent kids to 61 different camps. That is remarkable. There's only 63 camps in the state of Minnesota accredited by ACA. A couple of you guys send kids to camp just on the border in Wisconsin, so you guys are really doing awesome. So this year we had a pretty good breakdown of results. One of the most interesting things is that we had really high refunds, the most refunds we've had in 14 years, and we figured that was in large part due to high staff turnover at organizations that had been receiving this grant for a long time. So it just drives home the importance of having teams around this grant so that the work falls on more than one set of shoulders, because it's a lot to manage, and if there's an illness or staff turnover, it can leave your organization in a pretty tight spot.
Unfortunately, Gene, I don't have an option there.
Oh, well, sometimes, I mean, but it's, it's an opportunity. If you don't have the option to even, tell someone else what you're doing, take good notes. So if someone had to fill your shoes urgently, at least there's good record keeping. Camps are filling up faster and faster. We're hearing this both from you guys as a group and also from the camps. So that's something to be aware of, and that's why this year we're moving up our process by 3 weeks. We're also, the results from the final reports were very positive with our conference calls, and obviously today I'm having a lot of technical hiccups, but I swear they were better last year. So the camp administrator survey was really positive. We surveyed the top 20 most used camps by our grantees. They often have staff available to attend parent meetings, so do use those resources if they have them available. A lot of you already use transportation options from the camp, but they often have more than one option available, so that might be helpful for you to know. And what I found really surprising is that a lot of them actually have supplies for low-income campers. So if your kids need a bathing suit or toiletries, sometimes the camps have that stuff available. So if you're in need, don't be shy to ask about that stuff.
Cool.
So I'm going to let, is Kathy from Camp Bovie and Carrie from Ittahapi on?
Yes, this is Kathy.
Hey.
This is Carrie.
Hey, you guys. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to our former grantees and prospective grantees for 2015 and let you guys share some ideas, tips, trends that you guys are seeing that might be helpful to groups that are sending large numbers of kids to camp.
One of the things that I'd like to share is, the sooner we can get that information about numbers of kids, the better for us. We don't have a problem with arranging additional transportation, maybe from your facility, but we do need to have a little bit of time to set it up. There are a couple of different ways that we can go, at Camp Bovie. So the transportation need is very helpful, or the information for that. Along with the paperwork, we're happy to come out and meet with anybody to explain our camp. We're also willing to come back and do a paperwork night. The importance of the paperwork is very, very high for us. So any help we can receive with that is so much appreciated. And Carrie?
Yep, this is Carrie, and I'm with Camp Ittahapi, and I want to thank you guys for sending some great kids to camp. We feel it's added a lot of benefits to our camp staff, to our campers, and as well to them. But I would agree with the paperwork side of things. We are filling up quicker and quicker every year, and with our new systems, we're not able to hold spots anymore. So without an actual physical registration, unfortunately, we're not able to hold any spots for families, which is unfortunate. But really getting that paperwork in a timely manner. We are able to make some changes as kids are moving out of your communities and doing that stuff, but we really need to have a 2-week lead time in order to make any changes for our programs. It's simple and easy for us to do a swap out of a 14-year-old girl with another 14-year-old girl, but I can't always take a 9-year-old boy in place of the girl. So if people could be mindful of that, that's really helpful to us. As well as sending a variety of kids to different weeks of camp. If they come together because they know each other from school every year and their community things, sometimes it overwhelms a cabin, and so we really recommend with all of our programs just to come with 1 or 2 friends and not 8 of them, because we will split them up in order to get them greeting and meeting new kids and really for the benefit of the entire cabin dynamics.
And I agree.
That's really, really helpful. Thanks, you guys. We've been trying to encourage that for a long time, but it's, I think, more impactful to hear it from the folks that, live it and breathe it all summer. So thank you. So the 2015 program, a lot of similarities to past years. Preference is going to be given to first-time campers, as always. Do limit the number of recipients who receive a second year of support. We do not offer scholarships to kids who have received this more than twice, so do keep that in mind. I know that we've been kind of clearing up our language, and there were some surprises about that last year, but we're not going to be able to bend the rules on that this year. And then, I just think this is fantastic. There are 214 ACA accredited camp programs just in Minnesota. That's a ton of great stuff to choose from, so you guys can choose from that or Wilderness Inquiry outings. So lots of good options. 2015, so as we did last year, we're going to have some group learning opportunities. Again, if you guys hear of any deals or discoveries, kind of like someone shared a deal with rain ponchos last year. A lot of people got to use that, and we're really appreciative. Anything that could help the greater group, please share with me, and I will distribute to everybody. We also want to improve connections with the camps. That's one of the reasons why Carrie and Kathy are on right now. We are going to just try to make things a little bit more streamlined and announce to some of the top camps who our scholarship recipients are, so that they know to give you guys the best deal that they can. They know everybody's kind of in the same boat. Just try to make it a little bit easier for communication and for expectations. And then we're going to be hosting a round of grantee conference calls in March. I'll announce the dates after we notify you guys of who the recipients are of the grants this year. But we're going to try to do some educational stuff on the front end so that by the time you put everything into place, you've got good ideas, and you can put things into action. Let's see here. So the application, you guys know it's very similar from year to year. Try to be concise in your answers. We're looking for more evidence of how you guys use this program in the context of your broader youth programs. It's really great to send a kid to camp that wouldn't otherwise have the chance, but our most successful groups that come back year after year use the camp program in a very strategic way for building on this for youth development stuff. So, one group uses it to build on as a topic with their mentoring circles. Another group does a several-week preparation thing on the weekends with families. So it's an opportunity to use it as a learning opportunity, a relationship-building strategy, and we'd like to try to encourage more of that. Like I said, if you are able to, we really would like to see a small team administer the funds. If you don't have that at your disposal, just take really good notes. We had really a big hit to the number of kids we could have sent to camp this year. I think I figured we could have sent another, gosh, I think it was close to 70 kids had we not had all those refunds. And so really our objective is to just help you guys be as successful as possible so as many kids can go to camp as possible. And then the applications are due earlier than normal this year, January 23rd. And then we will notify you guys by the end of February about who is receiving the funds. So, oh, and then one last thing. This year, if we have funds left over, a handful of groups might be able to send kids on day trips. If you are in the Twin Cities, there's a question on the application about, if you'd like to be considered, just check that box off. That is completely separate and not guaranteed, so do not use that to calculate your numbers for your application. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. So do you guys have any questions? I apologize again for the technical difficulties, but any questions about 2014, questions for our camp directors, questions about 2015?
I have one question, Gina, for Carrie. Is it Carrie with Ittahappy?
Mm-hmm.
Just usually, this is Al Rame with Connecting Kids program down in Mankato. Usually I go through the YMCA Camp Center for those Y camps. Or is it better to go directly to you at Ittahappy?
No, we have one person that helps to manage any additional financial assistance. So for us to complete a form that indicates here's how many additional scholarships we're requesting. So we need to have that in order to make our system full and then get the registration forms as soon as possible.
Sure.
Because we've moved everything online, so it's very timely based.
Okay.
Carrie, I have one question. This is Barb Costi from Hoover. I was just wondering, I know in the past, I know last year you didn't have a bus. I was wondering if that is something they're going to be bringing back for transportation purposes?
Ittahappy does not own a bus anymore.
They do not. Okay.
Nope.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions floating around out there? Well, you guys, I really want to thank everybody. Really, 2014 was a very good year. We had some unanticipated things happen with staff turnover, like I mentioned, but even with that, it was still a great year. You guys continue to impress us with your resourcefulness and all of the great ideas you put into place. Many of you have been refining this over, the course of a good 15 years, and it really shows. So I'm very excited to be working with you all this year and to try to share some of your best practices with newcomers. I look forward to a really good year. So as always, if you guys have questions during the application process, don't hesitate to contact me. And we will talk to you all very soon.
Sounds good.
You.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.